Brandon in Tulsa, Oklahoma. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I wanted to thank you for you having to wait a couple extra days for this Polo 1117 to come in. This is the 54 eye size, color 9119, which happens to be, of course, you got your Polo cleaning cloth in here, the hard shell Polo case, the string. This is a string mount frame, so it comes with an extra set of string and the little ribbon for putting the lenses in. This is, of course, a little plastic sleeve on the left temple is all frames from Luxottica, which is Ray-Ban, Polo, Versace, Oakley's parent company. They all come with a little sleeve on the temple to protect the temples from rubbing together while it is being shipped from Italy. And again, this is the Polo 1117, color 9119 in the 54 eye size. This is the blue with the white trim. It's got the Polo rider on the side. Semi-rimless frame, meaning that from Latin semi being half, and the bottom half is this string. And I'm going to show you how to cut lenses for it, how to pop the lenses in, where anyone can become a pro. What are you doing with my paper clip? Fell off there. Come on, get back on here. Everybody cooperate. We got some work to do. But first I want to go ahead and program this shape into the computer. We're going to start with that. Now, since there's no frame to trace, I'm going to put 2 dots on these lenses, which will give me essentially a little layout chart. Put a dot there and a dot there. Just want to make sure those are level. Yeah, we are good to go. And if y'all missed any of that, let me recap. I get to say that a couple times tonight. So in order to take these lenses out, well, normally I'm going to do it on the other ones. I'll show you better on the left. I just don't want to smear that ink stain. So, but I need this little tool here, this gadget. I'm going to, it has the little sticker on there. Pull that off. Get this lined up on there. There's a coordinating string, a line on the back that these will go onto. Hang on, let me do that better. Let me do that better. Alright, we are good to go. Press that on there firmly. Now this will be the tracing tool. This is going to be the right lens only. Hit start. Little stylus is going to come up and trace the circumference of the frame. It's going to ask for the bridge width. That is this distance from the center of this lens to the center of that one. It is 17 millimeters. And this tool is going to go around and trace the circumference of the lens to know exactly and precisely what shape to cut. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Polo frame, Ralph Lauren Polo, and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single vision lenses or prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. Move on to the next screen, which is the layout. Your pupillary distance is 33 for each eye. The computer starts at 32.5, so I only need to tap that once. Hang on, what am I talking about again? And I'm going to raise up the optical center height to, let's see, 14.5, 16. Let's do it at 17. So, let's go ahead and get your lenses ready. Your prescription reads minus 1 1/4 minus 75, minus 1 1/4 minus 75 at 85. We're going to turn the fine tune knob to 85. Now, forgive me if much of this is going to be repeat. I just made a pair of Oakley lenses for him 2 days ago, and the Polo took a little bit longer to come in. So let me put some ink in the lensometer. You know that had to be coming. As much as my bad jokes, I need to joke about this. There ain't no joking about how much ink I go through, though. Okay, and I even smeared some ink on the iPad, but of course that doesn't matter because that's going to be cut away on the lens. So, put the power drum. Let's make sure everything's on 0. We're good to go there. Put that on minus 1 1/4. The axis wheel is on 85. Put the lens in, rotate until the spherical component comes into view. Check the astigmatism correction, which I'll explain all that later. I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. Holy cow, they're barely there. Let me put some more ink. What is up with these pads? I'm going to have to get another lensometer. I hate to say it. This thing is just not working the way it should be. Maybe it's just soaking into the sponge. Maybe that's the problem. Come on, get some ink on there. Get some ink on there. This thing worked for so many years. I can't understand why it's acting up now. Maybe I should talk about replacing it. That'll get it working right. And it knows I want to replace this thing. My old buddy, my pal. We've been through so much together. Don't mess up on me now. Well, that's a little better. And this is the right lens. Let's do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right. Minus 50, minus 175. I caught you. I caught you at 75. Turn the knob there. Take the lens out of the protective packet. Put the power drum on minus 50. Rotate the lens until the spherical component comes into view. And hopefully we'll put the 3 dots on this lens. Boy, that is light. And this is the left lens. Alright, I already said that joke once. You're getting away with it. I'm not going to torture you tonight. So this is a block. I've already got the double-sided adhesive sticker on there. I'm going to pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet here. The reason why I put those 3 dots on the lens is that it tells me that it's oriented and they're just perfectly. So we're going to lay that out. PD optical center just right. And hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet, get the left lens. Same pupillary distance, same optical center height. And get everything lined up just right. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now down to the edger we go. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. I'm going to press that in there. Bring the job number up. And hit start. Little stylus is gonna, well, the clamp's gonna shut, and then 2 white styluses are gonna trace the shape of the right side of the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness to know exactly where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Telling me that it's actually too thin to put a safety bevel on the rear, so I'll just do it manually. I'll have to go old school on this, but that's why I use the thinnest lens possible, but it's still going to turn out great. So the water that you see running in the background is going to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, Hindex plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet, meaning the water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now water will spray onto this lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris. But just like your Oakley lenses, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which are 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses. The same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and flying debris. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built in the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you'll have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you got the anti-glare, which is 3 features in one. The anti-glare coating, the first feature, reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain. But from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, to overhead fluorescent lights and such. It's also a reflection-free lens, meaning that it reduces reflection. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, so it makes for much better eye contact. So again, it's just the double check system to know exactly where to cut the groove into the lens. So the string will hold it in place. But if someone takes a picture with a flash, or you take a selfie, you're less likely to see that in the camera. The third feature that I like, which is the practical side, is it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating. The machine that applies the anti-glare coating costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings, and it has to go through a bath in between each coating. And so because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest coating on there to protect your time and investment. So now it's just flattening everything perfectly. Now it's getting the safety bevel on the front and the rear. Actually, no, I'm sorry, it's cutting the groove into the lens at this point. So it's literally a spinning disc that is cutting a 0.6 of a millimeter width and depth groove into the lens. Now here's a little fun fact. You know this is a 20-pound monofilament that holds your lens in. You have the opposite in the top of the frame because the groove goes all the way around the lens. So the same thickness, this is like a figure 8 lining that you have that slides into the bevel of this frame. There's a groove that is cut into that. This is a figure 8 like a snowman. So one half of it is tucked inside the metal frame, the other half is sticking out, mimicking this. That's what keeps it in the top and prevents the lens from falling out. So again, it's just smoothing any rough edges left over from the cutting blade that was in there. That's washing off the optical debris. Now the safety bevel on the front and the rear of the lens. So I'm actually going to smooth out the front and the back. Normally I only do the back. On the semi-rimless I do the front as well. So in just a moment I will open this door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just got to stare at it for a couple hours, but I can do it. So let's go ahead and start cutting the left lens. Flip that over to L. Put the lens into the chuck. I'm going to spare y'all with the bad jokes tonight. The clamp shuts, and again, just like before, the lens is going to be traced. We do the left side of the frame this time. You can see as it's going around tracing the left side of the frame. And then just like before, measuring the thickness to know exactly where to place the bevel, so the best cosmetic look possible. I can go ahead and take this block off. Dry the sticker off, throw that back on there, put that on my collection. Now you do have some Schwarf, essentially optical sawdust. I'm gonna use my thumbnail and get all of that off of your lenses. And once it's off the front and the rear of the lens, I've got a little toothbrush I keep for this that I used to get in there and get the optical sawdust out of the groove itself. Once it's all off your lens, I collect it neatly into one pile and then I wipe it on the floor. Another one of my jokes. So, everyone wants to know how to mount these lenses, and this is how. We're gonna, again, you have a groove in the top of this lens. You have a matching groove in the top of the frame. So I'm going to tuck that into the top. Actually, how much can we see? Can you see that groove? Maybe not. But we're going to tuck that groove in. Tuck that in the outside. Now I have this is a little piece of ribbon like you get on a box from UPS, a shipment. I will send out one for everyone who gets lenses only for frames like this. I've got spares, but you wrap, if I can turn it around, I fold it in half because I want to put that on that side. Now I always start at the outside edge. You line it up in that groove first and then run it along that bead, and when you hear the snap, it is in there. I put my finger on the string in order to slide that out. Now to originally take out the right lens, you always put your thumb at the nose and you grab it by the other side so you have something to do. But the frame, I'm almost going to push upward with the frame, push downward on the lens, and push outward with my thumb. So essentially I want the lens to pop out through the front, so I'm going to pull down and push, and out it comes. And again, to put it in, you take out, oops, you line it up in that groove. Come on, groove, work with me now, work with me. Again, fold that in half, grab the string, grab both sides. I start at the outside because it's always a little bit thicker and narrows down. It's a little bit easier when you start at the nose. You have to get across that thick corner and then pop it in right there. Again, slide that out. So we can go ahead and inspect the right lens. Turn that fine-tune knob back to 85. Put it in above your black dot, your pupillary distance. And I'm reading -1 1/4. That's because you have 5 steps of far-sighted correction. You have 3 steps of astigmatism correction, so let me check for that. We end up at -2. So that's because we add -1 1/4 -75 together. You get a total of -2, which is a total of 8 steps. Well, 5 steps of far-sighted correction, 3 steps of astigmatism correction. Now your left eye, you only need 2 steps of far-sighted correction, but you need 7 steps of astigmatism correction. We're going to end up at a total of -2 1/4. And that second curve, the -50, the -175, we line up at the 75th meridian to make everything nice and crisp. And of course, I think the pupillary dot came off, so big surprise. Let's put some more ink in there. Come on, how can I get around there? I can do it this way. Put that on there, press that. We've got the dot back on the lens. Took an act of Congress, but we got it back on there. Turn the fine-tune knob to 75 so we can get ready for the left lens when the time comes. So this Polo frame sells for $200. You get 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses. He wanted the upgrade to anti-glare, which normally runs $44.99, so that brings a total of $244.99. Now if you buy lenses only for this frame, it's $49.99. The anti-glare is the same and would normally cost $94.98, for example, for lenses only for this frame. But this is really nice. I'm into anything blue. The blue and the white, like the BMW colors, pretty close to it. You got the Polo rider on the side. Nice frame, nice frame. You got the little Polo emblem on the temple tip. Do you have one on this side? You do. You got a matching one on that side. This is a nice frame, good spring hinges. Anyone out there wants a semi-rimless frame? You're into Ralph Lauren and Polo, this is a nice frame. I got some other nice Polos. Now if you're any Polo fans out there, email me. I'll send you pictures of some of my best Polo frames I have available. So Brandon, I want you to open the door with your mind this time. Hey, pretty good, Brandon. First day on the job and you got it. You got this. You got this. Let me dry everything off. Look, it looks like it needs a shave. We're getting there. Take the block off, pull the sticker away, dry that off, put the sticker on there, run my thumbnail around, get all the optical sawdust off. Trying to not put my thumb on there and knock the ink off again. Is that what happened? Is it on my thumbs? There's a dot right there. Got caught black-handed. Black-fingered. I used to use red ink. I would have been caught red-handed. This time I got caught black-handed. So, once it's all off, that's a lot too. Look at all that. I'm going to make it rain. Actually, I'm going to make it snow. Yeah, you can tell I don't clean up. So again, so take out the left lens, thumb at the nose, grab the lens by the front, pull upward on the frame, push downward and forward with the thumb. Out comes the left lens. Turn the frame upright, tuck the lens in at the outside corner. Take the strap, put it on the outside corner, grab both sides of it, run it towards the nose. When you hear the snap, it's in there. Put your finger, any finger, I like using this finger, and then slide that out. I've already turned the fine-tune knob to 75. I'm going to read the power, and I am getting minus 50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1, minus 50. Now you have 7 steps of astigmatism correction. If all goes well, we'll end up at minus 2 1/4. Look at that, minus 2 1/4, almost at 250 with 3 down here. So I couldn't have done a better job if I'd done this myself. Pupillary distance of 66. Turn the card around, place the PD stick against my thumb. By the way, I'm getting new PD sticks tomorrow. I ordered some more from US Optical. So put the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens. When we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 66. That's the last number that's on there. Let me see if I can use it here. My old Hoya ones. This is what I used to use back in the day. 66. Is that easier to read? 1 tick mark past 65. So put that one back in my pocket. But oh, I want to of course by now you guys know that this is the portion of every video that is I clean your lenses, that when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. Look, got a little razor stubble there. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get them in standard alignment first, also known as the 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of the 80%. When I take mine off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. I'm wearing the Ray-Ban 2132 new Wayfarer in color 6053 in the blue crystal, in case anyone wants one. You know, every guy needs a blue blazer. Every guy needs a pair of blue glasses. I'm telling you, I know black's very popular. But guys, if you are listening to me, get you a pair of dark blue glasses. It goes with any blue shirt that you wear. And I'm almost always wearing a blue shirt. Goes with jeans, sneakers. The ladies love it when men wear a little bit of color. Especially if you have blue eyes. It'll really make your eyes pop. Not just mine. Of course, I've got brown eyes. But I'm just telling you. The same way everyone needs a pair of a black suit for funerals and a blue blazer for less formal things, you need a pair of blue glasses also. Alright, but let me get off my soapbox. Press down, there is no wobble. Check the standard alignment on the back side. Make sure the temples close perfectly and they overlap, and they do. Check the tension on each spring hinge. That is perfect. So if you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter as freerxlenses. If you have any questions about what I can or can't do or what Polo frames are available, you can hit the contact me button on the website or email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. You can always leave questions and comments on the comment section below. So Brandon in Tulsa, Oklahoma, thank you very much for your second purchase. I'm sorry these took a couple extra days to get out to you, but I had to order this frame. So that's it. Again, thanks for watching. This is the Polo 1117 in the 54 eye size in color 9119. This frame happens to be available in 3 colors. and everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.